Hello, it's Grandma from Grandma's Footsteps, and today we're going to make another page. Right, here we go. This is the page that I've already prepared because it's so simple, but I wanted to show you the dies that I used to make it because it's a little bit different. There is the dies that I've used. Not these, I've just put them on there for convenience, but yeah, they're tonic dies again, and what I've used this time is I used the outside edge here, and it sort of cut two pages at once, like this, okay, and so I cut that out of white card, and I decided to use the spine part of it, which is marked on there, as my spine to stick in. Doing it this way, it does mean that it is right up against the previous page, but it's no different to my other small pages, which are also right up against the previous page, so we won't worry about that. So I cut and scored this shape, and then I cut again in this lovely floral paper here, and I cut it down so that it would fit inside the hinge. I could have just covered it, however, when you do things like that, you sometimes have problems when you crease it and fold it, because the two papers don't always stay attached together, and there's often a problem. Now there is this lovely lacy part on here, and that is made by this die, which is part of it there, which is rather nice, and I like the gap there showing the paper underneath. Now all I did here was I did exactly the same with this stripy paper for the inside, covered it, and I cut a plain white shape. You don't need to cut the whole shape to do that, just this bit, and diagonally cut it to make a corner. I then did exactly the same with the pink, but cut it slightly under that size, and I got one of these lovely little tags off my paper pad to go in there. With this one, this is just something that that I found online. It's a royalty-free image that I've found and printed off. It says, "A baby fills the place in your heart you never knew was empty. Congratulations." And I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And then we just made a couple of little tags, which we popped into there, just using different dies. This one is actually the piece that was cut out of the front here when I cut this one, and I put a piece of pink on it, slightly smaller, and made a tag that way. Okay, and then on the back I've just left it plain for the moment. Okay, so here we go with our next page. I've got everything prepared as usual, so let's just get the bits over that I've prepared, and here we are. I've done a little bit of work, but not all of it this time, because I like to show you some, and this is it. Alright, dear oh dearie me. Got a slight problem here, but there you go. I've got something that's stuck and shouldn't be, but just bear with me for one moment, please. Here we go. There, right. Okay, this is our next page here, and what I've prepared basically is a page with a hinge, so it's going to go on there like so, yeah, and I've added a couple of magnets and a little tab, because what I'm going to do is to have it folded over like that to make a little flap going that way. Okay, so shall we make a start? We'll pull the red liner tape off this thing. I've just basically made a hinge there, about a centimetre or so, or half a centimetre wide, 5mm, and I'm sorry, I've forgotten to put my light on. Just bear with me a moment. Let me get the light on. There we go. I just don't seem to be able to line this up today. Right, we're going to have one of those days. And there we go, thank you, my lovely husband, putting my light on for me. So let's get this in here. Succeeded, I think. I'm getting that in nice like that. Okay, so that closes that way. Right. So that's all there. Now I cut another piece, this time out of the slightly smaller one, the inner one, in this lovely pink sort of plaid, I suppose you'd call it. And I've put a lace. This is not material lace, this is a lace I used a die cut to make, and threaded a ribbon through that. So I'm going to glue that on there now, and we'll when I can get the glue out of the glue gun, not the glue gun, is it? Out of the glue pot. Bit of extra on there, as always, on the magnet, and glue on that. Now I see I can glue this all on now because I've already done the ribbons, not the ribbons, here we go again. I haven't got the brain on today. Magnets, yes. So, well, I have done the ribbon, obviously, on there, so I'll just smooth that out. Make sure that's nicely stuck and level with the edge there. And we do the same with the curved part there. Okay, now we can just put some glue on that piece. Yeah. Already. Okay, sorry about that. There we are, and again we're going to cover that like that. So that's your inside there really nicely, and it closes beautifully. Now what I want to do is I want to put one of these little photo frames in here. Now I've got, this is the die that you get here. This is a die, and it makes a shape that folds into this thing, and they call it the Polaroid frame, because it looks like for anybody that's old enough, the old Polaroid films that used to come straight out of the camera, and they were this shape with this big wide bit on the bottom here. So I cut that out, and then you, following the score lines, you score it and then you fold it, and so you've got this thing here to put your picture in. All I do is, that's extra, is I add a piece of acetate there and a little bit of decoration. In this case I've put "Love Is." And I'm going to just attach that in there like that, ready for your recipient to put a photograph into. Okay, here we go. We'll just glue this on. There we go. Yes. Okay. We'll just so we'll get that attached nice and firmly there, and that will come over the top and close beautifully. Okay, I was a little concerned whether or not the magnet would work through that, but it does, and that holds beautifully. So now to the other side, where I've also cut 2 pieces of card, and they're just ready to go on there. And I don't think I've actually done anything much for this page. This is just one of those nice flat pages where Your recipient can stick notes, stickers, photographs, anything they want to in there for the baby. And we'll just do that. Glue that on there. There we go. Lovely. And there. Okay. And that one, yeah, that way. That's the other side of that page there. That's all all ready, and that folds like so now, and there. Very pretty. I like that. This little tab that I've got on here was actually the offcut from the lace. When I cut out the lace with the die, it was a bit too long, so I cut the end off, and then I've used that as a little tab, so that you've got something to hold on to lift that up there. Okay, there. That's brilliant. Now we sorry, I'm just a little lost as to, oh, that was oh, that's right, that was an extra page. That was an extra page that we just put in onto this page, and this needs covering up here. Okay, so I'm going to use this lovely paper, and we will get and do some extra special bits on this, but it does give the recipient a chance to put larger photos in without too much interference from other items that we've put in. Bit of glue on there. Right, so we'll just glue that on. Cover that up. Cover the hinge up. So you can't see that too much. Oh, okay. Use my little bit of wriggle room there because I didn't have it straight. Need to take it off, put it back on again. Oh, this glue is absolutely brilliant for that. As long as you do it quickly enough, you can take it off and redo it, and it still sticks. Okay, and now I've got another little bit which is rather nice, and it says Rockabye Baby, which I'm going to put into the centre of there to make like it's either a mat or a layer. I not know which, but I think it's on a layer. Yeah. Just to make it just not quite so plain. Okay, so there we go. Put that on, and then of course I will remove the glue from the desk. There. Get it stuck down in a bit. Get my other glue because my ends have gone here, and okay, the glue doesn't want to come out of that one. I do have another one here somewhere, if I can find it. Come out wherever you are. There it is. Okay, let's try that one. Nope, this one's not going to work either. I see. We're going to have one of those days. This only happens when you're filming, of course. Okay, just... Oh, okay. Okay, that's got that now, so I can just put a bit. Sorry about that. It's just, I think we all have this occasionally, don't we, where the glue just won't come out It's usually the more urgently you need it, the less likely it's to come out. So we can just do I have a cloth? A clean cloth? Yes, I do have a clean cloth. Let's grab the clean cloth and smooth that out. Okay, lovely. Right, so that's that first bit of the page there, and now we're going to work on the back. On the back of the page there. So I've prepared, here's one I prepared earlier, and this time what I wanted to do was to show you how I make those little photo frames things. So this is one that I cut out here, and so I'm just going to fold it on the score lines there, and these side ones, try to get it nice and straight. The score lines are not very well scored, so if you're going to think you're going to have a problem, just run it down your scoreboard. But I've got fairly used to it now. And then just really nice, score it really nicely like that. And then I've cut the square of acetate. With that die that I showed you earlier comes a square here, there, and that's just right for cutting your acetate. So put your glue round the edge of your, oh come on, round your edge here, and come on, you silly glue, place your acetate window in there. Try to get it in the right place first time, because it really you don't want glue on the front of the acetate. Right, and now we've done that, we can put glue on here like so, both sides. There, and we just fold that over and press it down into there, and here we go. I'm going to put the pegs on again, because I find it helps a lot to hold it. There we go. Because you don't really want your photo frame to come apart. So we just do that, pop that over to one side to dry, and we'll be using that in a moment along with the other one that I've made. Now, I have, for this one, I've made, I've got this lovely backing paper here, and I've cut out a lace from one of my lace dies here, put a ribbon on the middle, on the top, but I don't want to glue that down yet because I've got flips and flops. So I've cut these flip and flops. Oh, can't get him under the camera this time. Okay, basically I cut a page like so, and I cut it in half, and then I used my lace dies like we did with a similar page to cut the edging there, and then I cut out, and I've done that on both sides, and then we've folded over, scored and folded the edge there, and we are going to attach that now to this. Okay, so that one, come along now, stick. There we go. So that one sticks there, and the other side, obviously where the curved edge is, just pull that off there, and that one you stick on this side here, just lining it up, and that's lovely. So now I can, a little bit, the card and the paper have decided to part the ways here, so I'm just going to quickly put that down with a bit of glue. There. Okay. It's just one of those little things that happens now and again. I'm not going to worry about it unduly. Okay. So now we can attach this, the backing paper. As you can see, it fits in there beautifully, pretty well. Oh dearie me. She says it fits in there beautifully, pretty well, and then it doesn't. But yeah, that will be okay. We'll get that glued down nicely. We may have a little bit of a turn up at that edge, but I'm not going to panic about it. Okay. Here we go, a little bit more glue. I feel that I'm a bit not with it today, and that this tutorial is probably not one of my best, but here we are. You're still getting to see how I'm doing it, so, and what I'm doing and what I'm using, so hopefully that won't be too bad for you. Okay, get the glue off the desk, and we will glue this down in this space here. Hold that over just to make sure on that one. As I said, we may have a little bit of a turn up there, but I'm not going to worry about it unduly. There. So I think we'll peg here and here, just to make sure that that is pegged down. Yeah, and I will run my score tool along there so it's not a problem. Okay, we peg that one down. Yep, we can. I'm just trying not to get 3 sheets underneath, 3 pages underneath it. So we'll just peg that down for a little while we look at this. Now I've just showed you how to make this one, and what I've actually done is I've made 2. One for each side here, so we're going to put these in here and here. My pegs are in the way just ever so slightly, so it's one on each side, making sure you don't get over the crease there. So I'm going to run them down the side of the pink lace, and then pink ribbon, the lace is white, pink ribbon, and make sure that I get them nice and straight. So I just glue this, and later on I will probably put a little tag inside this with a pull on, so that the recipient can attach a photograph to that, or whatever they want. I'll probably do that when I do all the embellishments and tags and things. So here we go. I like to go and do all the embellishments together at the end, and such like, because I like to be able to get it balanced, so that you're not going to get pages that have got tons and tons and tons of decoration on, and other pages that have just got nothing. If you do it all in one go, you can get a balanced a much more balanced book. So and there we are. And all we need to do with this one is I'm going to thread a ribbon through the middle here, oops, and through that hole there, and then we'll just tie it up like so, and tie it up with a little bow, because it looks pretty, and it'll hold the pages together. Because with those photo frames and that in there, I didn't think it would necessarily work with magnets very well. So there we go, and nibble that up, and there is. Well, there are your two pages. That's that one there, and then you've got your fairly plain one here, and then you've got your fold back here, and your little page, little in between page there. So that's it for today. That's page 1, 2, 3, 4. All done. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Take it easy. See you soon. Bye bye now.